Dude, I can literally smell it
from here. From here, I can be like,
it smells like a blueberry muffin.
Like a freshly baked blueberry muffin.
Oh, you got to smell it, dude. That's crazy.
Afternoon, with our glasses in our hands, the hops and barley bloom in a land of craft and cans. Every sip, a story shared. Review and taste we dare with our Sunday sips. Sunday sips. Every for a trip.
Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting episode of your favorite Sunday Sips podcast.
Sunday Sips.
Wham. I'm your host, Kyle Lucas. That's your other great host,
Nick Woodard.
In the flesh, baby. We're back at our Cheers Chico studio. Shout out to another episode supported by this great location in this amazing city that we get to live in. We are blessed to live in, I would say.
Yeah.
We are coming at you right now with a non-local brewery in fashion with our scheduled programming. This is a brewery that I have never been to. I've heard a lot about, and I've had a good amount of their beers, I feel like. I don't think it's necessarily super popular, but I feel like it's popular enough, especially here in the North State, being so close to where it originates, which is Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
Maybe those of you on like the East Side, East Coast aren't going to really know about it. But that's why we do this podcast, is to bring this
new
to
beers,
you.
Kind of exploring that a little bit. I think that's kind of part of why we started this, so we can try new beers, try the local stuff, spread the word about the really good craft beer scene happening locally in Chico, California, or the greater Northern California area, but also branch out, try some stuff that, kind of wouldn't be on our radar otherwise. So that's kind of where this came from. Do you want to do the honors? Do you want to unveil this baby?
Yeah, so you can pick up the can and show the camera. We're doing Great Notions Blueberry Muffin Tart Ale. This is a regular for them. It's not like a one-off. It's not like a seasonal. It's a part of their lineup.
Right.
A little bit more about Great Notion itself. Great Notion is a brewery started by three friends and neighbors in Portland, Oregon, offering hazy, fruit-forward IPAs, culinary-inspired sours, smoothies, and stouts, hard seltzers, and non-alcoholic hop water and soda. You'll always find something unique here. Great Notion has won numerous gold and silver medals over the years, including accolades at World Beer Cup, GABF, Best of Craft Beer Awards, the Oregon Beer Awards, and in 2018, #1 IPA in America from Paste Magazine. That's pretty.
It's
pretty
good resume. If you ask me.
Pretty good resume. That's what I was looking for.
We have a bit of, or at least I have a bit of a history with Great Notion.
Sure.
Lived in Oregon for a year, my wife and I. This was a lot more available up there.
Yeah.
Ended up really liking the can design. I mean, if you look at it,
super cool.
It's just a bear. Right now, it's a bear.
Juggling some muffins,
which is awesome. But most of their cans are like that. They have something that's really unique, really cool in the sense that it stands out from a lot of other beers. So you see something, and you don't really care what kind of beer it is. You just grab it because it looks cool, and then you try it, and you're like, man, I would have never thought that something like, just using this as an example, a Blueberry Muffin Tart Ale would taste good.
Right.
But it really does.
Right.
That's kind of been my consistent experience with Great Notion beers. They do a lot of sours. They are, I would say, very well known for their sours.
Sure.
But they're not just, as you just read, they're not just all about sours. They've got some good hazies.
Fruit-forward IPAs. It's good.
Fruit-forward IPAs.
It's great.
They've got all kinds of different kinds of beers. And they're not afraid to push the envelope, which
That's
is
great.
something that I kind of appreciate. They're not your run of the mill brewery in that sense.
Run of the brewery.
Run of the brewery.
Run of the brewery.
Run of the brewery.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit more about the blueberry muffin itself.
Yeah.
It's just a little short line. The sour beer that tastes just like a blueberry muffin. This long-standing classic is made with Oregon blueberries and baked to perfection. It's funny, one of the top comments says, "You really do taste the muffin." That's funny. That's funny. And I mean, like, I would hope so. It's a 6%, so not too bad.
Right.
Most sours I feel like are generally around that, like 5 to 8, 5 to 8 ish. Some venture out into uncharted higher percentages, or charted higher percentages. But 6% is pretty standard. I feel like I will be the first to say I am not a big fan of the sour and tart flavors.
I think that's a good qualifier for this episode.
Sure.
It's not really your forte.
So if I give this a lower score, just know it's just a flavor preference by itself and not indicative of the quality of the beer.
I'm going to say, I don't think your score should deter anyone from going to get this beer.
Absolutely not. Sours and stouts are kind of those polarizing flavors of, I understand why people like it. It's just not for me kind of thing.
No,
and
stouts for you.
Well, no. They're just the polarizing.
Okay,
and
gotcha.
I am more on the
like,
I am more on the
gotcha,
stout side.
Gotcha.
Because a lot of people don't like stouts.
Sure.
But same thing with sours for me. I understand why people like them. It's just not a flavor profile that I'm made for.
It doesn't totally suit you.
Right. But however, I have been over the years a little bit more pushing the envelope and liking more.
You've started to come around.
Like the milkshake sours and stuff like that, where it's a little bit more sweeter. The straight up sour is just kind of not for me yet, but I will use that term yet.
We've turned you on some good sours from a brewery that we're both very fond of, Morgan Territory. In California. They make some really good sours. So you've been open to those and receptive to those, if you will. But sours, much like porters, are really not my thing.
Sure.
Sours are very much not your thing.
I love porters.
So it has to be a great porters. Sour for you to like it. It has to be a great porter for me to get it down. So I'm hoping this is going to be, I actually haven't had this Great Notion before.
Cool. Sick.
So I'm hoping we're going to have some good results here. So
also, fun fact that we have some Bay Area listeners, some of my friends from the Bay that went to college up here in Chico, and they are currently residing in the Bay Area. They have a Great Notion as a Berkeley location.
Really?
So go check it out.
All right.
I was scrolling past it. I was looking for the actual website and their brewery story, but it's newer and it's pretty sick. So if you're ever around Berkeley, check out Great Notion.
I think we're making a trip to Berkeley pretty soon, though. I think we have to.
I think we're going to take a little
they
trip.
have a Sacramento location, but it's for pickup only.
Well, we can pick up.
We can always pick up.
We can always pick up. So why don't you give her a crack there, Woodard? This is one of those ones that he got only one of.
Remember from maybe, I think the South Lake Brewing episode, the brown ale. I went to a bottle shop kind of at the same time that I was waiting for a pet to get out of their vet appointment. Saw an opportunity with lots of new, interesting beers. I was like, I could get 2 of each, or I could get 1 of each and have 8 different beers, unique beers that we could try.
Dude, I can smell it from here.
Dude, as soon as you cracked it.
Dude, that's crazy.
I was like, this is... They were not messing around.
No. Dude, I can literally smell it
from here. From here, I can be like...
It smells like a blueberry muffin.
Like a freshly baked blueberry muffin.
Oh, you got to smell it, dude. That's crazy.
Oh my dude.
Dude, it smells like I'm putting my nose up to a blueberry muffin. It's
not a taste of it's not a smell of just blueberries.
No.
It's for sure
the muffin. Dude, what was it? The comment, Scotty something?
Scotty?
You weren't kidding, dude. You can smell the muffin. I'm hoping to taste it. That's crazy.
I mean, I feel like we should just get into it right away.
Yeah, dude. I will. One more thing before I say it. It's really cloudy.
Yeah.
Really awesome. And these are kind of the milkshake sour. I know this isn't a milkshake sour, but these are the ones that I'm kind of gravitating a little bit more towards.
Yeah,
so
got a little more substance.
I have hope, dude. I have hope. Here, cheers, dude. It's a little sour.
On the back end.
That's
The
dude.
muffin taste is on the back end.
It started off really rough for me, and it gets way better.
Oh man. Dude,
You know what? Maybe I just need
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, the sour was super strong on the first.
No, it
first
gets
chug.
there's a sour punch at the start, but on the back end, it's exactly if you've ever had a blueberry muffin.
Yeah.
And you get a couple of bites in, and you've still got like some muffin rumbling around in your mouth, like some remnants of it.
That's foul.
You're like, oh. No, not like that.
I know.
Not in a weird way.
I know. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Something gets a little,
you still got the taste.
Yeah.
You still got the taste.
It's still hanging around.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm tasting. That was muffin still in.
You can taste the muffin, Scotty.
Muffin still in the buds.
Yeah. I did make a face on the first guzzle because I took a big swig. I take back that face because it punches you really hard with sour at first, and then it really careens off and goes really sweet. Yeah. This is actually pretty good. I wouldn't go for it just because of my preferences, but if you were to give me a sour and all I have left are sours, this would be near the top for me because
this is pretty good.
Yeah, of course.
Pretty damn good.
That blueberry muffin really surprises me.
I mean,
it's delicious. And it's also not that heavy. I thought with the cloudiness it was going to be pretty heavy, but that 6% is just about right.
Yeah.
Where I'm feeling it. It's light on like the mouthfeel, but at the same time tastes like that blueberry muffin. It's crazy.
I can't get over how much it just tastes like a blueberry muffin.
I can still taste it. I'm not even drinking it currently.
And just from as soon as we crack that top, that top, like you could smell it.
Yeah.
You could smell like it's honestly to me it smelled like someone had just baked muffins in there.
Sure. Yeah.
Like that's something else.
I could smell it when you poured it.
Have that kind of visceral, like 'cause there's all kinds of beers that name themselves after one kind of food or another and all that stuff. And some are more gimmicky than others. Some you're like, all right, maybe there's a hint of that in there.
Right.
This Blueberry Muffin Tart Ale tastes like a blueberry.
It's crazy. It's insane. It's uncanny. It's not like, oh, it tastes like a pastry or a baked good with some blueberries. Like it's uncanny. It is a blueberry muffin that I'm tasting.
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Like, actually, yeah, the muffin part is good, is there, but the blueberry part is also really heavy in it, and not too much. You still get that sour taste. It's got like a warming feel, like a comforting feel, which is really weird for a tart ale to give to me, but I'm getting that. I feel like this is kind of a year-round thing. Like I can enjoy this in colder weather. I can enjoy this in hot weather. Maybe not like scorching hot, but like like a mid 80s kind of day, I could still get behind this.
Yeah.
But if you're up there in the hundreds, you're gonna want to do what we did last week, which is that kickback.
Yeah, I was thinking about the juxtaposition between
Sure.
the kickback and this.
Yeah.
Because the kickback, as we said, is super simple. There's a lot of simplicity to that beer, which is not a bad thing, depending on the circumstances. As opposed to this, there's
complexity.
There's a lot of complexity to this.
That's great. Great point, dude.
Which I like being able to rotate between all these different kinds of beers. I mean, the week before we did the summer kickback, we did the Bigfoot barley wine.
True.
Like we're getting around to all these different kinds of beers, which is kind of, as we've said, one of the points of this podcast, to try different beers, to explore different corners of the craft beer industry. And I just appreciate that we get to, try two things that are so different from each other in back-to-back weeks.
True. Yeah, it's absolutely delicious. I would say, like in hotter weather, I would go for those lighter lagers and stuff like that. I mean, the 6%'s not that bad in the sun. Just if it's around and it's really and if it's chilled, obviously, like on some ice.
Yeah.
I still wouldn't mind it during a hot day. It just wouldn't be my first pick.
Right.
But like, I feel like other than that, in normalized Chico July weather, it's very versatile where you can slot this in. I could have this with maybe not like dinner or something. I feel like I'm spoiling my dinner when I drink maybe this flavor.
Sure.
But after dinner on a patio,
this is something that we have encountered yet. We haven't really done too many that could be classified as this, but I would almost say, and look, there's not too many opportunities where you can do this, but I would classify this as a potential breakfast beer.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few that I can think of in my time drinking beer that I'm like, that's a breakfast beer.
Yeah, dude.
But this is potentially one of them. There's again, if you haven't watched by now, if you don't understand what our spiel is by now, Sierra Nevada is kind of the North Star. It's not kind of the North Star. It is the North Star for this podcast.
It's our guiding light.
We're part of the Alpha Hop Society.
Shout out.
They came out with an entire series of Alpha Hop beers.
The breakfast ones.
That were, geared towards breakfast beer type things. This could be something that could be an Alpha Hops beer. Yeah,
this is adjacent for sure.
Yeah.
Just the nicheness of it.
Right.
Obviously, the blueberry muffin
Right.
doesn't help. And I will just add just a quick note. Any beer can be a breakfast beer. Don't you forget it. But yeah, no, I agree with you. This is really good. If you're on vacation and who cares if you're having beer for breakfast, this is it, dude.
Right.
This is it. This is a good brunch beer.
Right.
It's super good. Especially if you are like having, we've all done that, been on vacation or something.
Yeah.
We're cracking a beer in the morning because, it's our time to shine. But there's still something about like having a really strong bitter flavor that early. This is a perfect jump start.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah, you can have this with your blueberry muffin. You can
double up on the blueberry muffin, dude. Double muff. I would say I'm not like completely opposed to it. I'm saying for me, right? Do you want to just get to ranking it?
I think we should score it because I'm excited to see where you're going to score. I know you scored first last week.
Yeah. Do you still want me to go first?
I can go first. And like kind of set the tone.
Yeah, set the tone.
And then you can kind of go.
I'll tell you this right now. Your score is not going to affect mine.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna go solid 7.5.
That's solid.
Because I think
it's not that sour. It's sour, but it's not.
Excuse me. Sure. Sorry, Mike. Where was I going? Sorry, I got discombobulated.
7.5.
7.5. It is exactly what it preaches to be.
Absolutely.
It is a blueberry muffin tart ale. It's tart.
It doesn't let you down.
Exactly like a blueberry muffin. So, if you're not someone who enjoys blueberry muffin in any way, shape, or form, you should not get this beer, which means it sections itself off to an entire group of people who just aren't interested in that taste.
Don't like blueberries because everyone likes muffins. Come on.
Look, yeah, but I'm just saying it is very much a niche beer in every sense of the word.
Yeah,
and because of that, you can't really get into the 8s, at least not for me. There's got to be a factor of like, how drinkable is this to the masses? Yeah. That being said, for what it does, it knocks it out of the park.
Sure.
So to me, it's a solid 7.5 for absolutely nailing the concept from what we saw in the can to what we drank in the glass. They're identical to each other.
Yeah.
So 7.5.
I would agree with you in all those aspects. Some people don't like blueberry. Yeah. And that's fine. I also want to give a comment to the blueberry flavor too. It's not that really artificial blueberry flavor. It's a really good like authentic blueberry flavor. It's not that like Pop-Tart blueberry. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With that being
artificial.
Right. With that being said, I'm gonna give it a 6 because of me. All right, listen more to his score if you like sours. I'm giving it a 6 personally because number one, I will defend myself in this. It's above a 5. I will enjoy it if you give it to me. I do not dislike this beer. It won't be my first choice, but if we got stragglers in the bin in the ice chest camping, like, this needs to be drinking, dude, I'll drink it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not mad about it. And I bet you in like certain situations other than where we are now, I'll probably like it a little bit more. But just because of this, it's really punchy in the sourness at first and then dies off, that still like hits me real weird. And because of the fact that it does what it says, and I can taste that blueberry muffin so vividly and smell it. Honestly, I'll bump it above a 5. Okay. I'll give it a solid 6. Okay. It's very deserving of that in my head, and I feel like it's very deserving of that 7.5 in your head.
I don't think a 6 for a sour is a bad score
for me. No.
I think that's a pretty.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's a very good score.
That's a good score for you for a sour. So. I mean, I enjoyed this thoroughly. This is kind of exactly what I expected from Great Notion. Mm-hmm. They have a way of doing quirky beers and doing them very well. And this is another shining example of that.
Absolutely. So, all right, man. Let's kill it. Oh, real punchy with the sour.
I was thinking about this. As soon as you said 6, I was like, that initial reaction screamed 6 to me.
Yeah,
the reaction that you had to the beer,
it made me shudder. Made me shudder a little bit, and then it goes for me from the start of the like it hitting my tongue to like the swallow is like, okay, like it makes me shudder, and then I go, oh, it's not that's really good.
Not too bad.
That's where the sour goes into the blueberry muffin. So overall, really good. Yeah. As far as tart ales go, I feel like this is a first from Great Notion for us too. Yeah. So more to come from Great Notion. I'm sure we'll get plenty more from them. Don't forget, everyone, like, subscribe, and follow. We're on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. You can find all our content there. Leave a comment down below if you've had Great Notion, what your favorite Great Notion beer is or tart ale is. Also your opinions on that, and let us know, by the way, Bay Area friends, if you've been to the Berkeley location, tell us all about it, please. Another big shout out to our Cheers Chico studio. Thanks again to Gary, the owner, for allowing us to do this in such a wonderful location, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget, you crack one for us and we'll crack one for you.
Cheers.
Take care. That's better.
From citrus to dark night, we unravel flavors lore. Mosaic dreams take flight of IPAs, and we adore. Raise a toast to what's new here in the world of craft beer with Sunday sips. Sunday sips. Every pour a trip with our Sunday sips. Each note we hear as we sip and cheer, craft beer's near, Sunday's treasures clear with our Sunday sips. Sunday sips, every pour a drip with a Sunday.